training for Taiji is still like art instead of science. There are two advantages if you introduce the scientific part into the training. The first one is you can learn faster. The second one, you can optimize, know your boundary, and know what's the best you can do and what's the best way to do it. Some training method works for some people. It may not work all of you. So that's why we provide various different ways you can choose. So today I'm going to use a weight scale. So here, the first you step on the weight scale, it will show you the total weight. And then you're going to shift your weight into two legs equally. But anyway, so I'm trying to just demonstrate without, this battery probably not working properly. So you need to make sure one leg is exactly the half because you're trying to center yourself. So do the root stand like this so you know you are doing it correctly. When you want to put your weight in between the toe and the heel and the center, you can do like this. Have your toe on the weight scale and the other board on the heel. So the weight here should be a quarter of your weight. So that's the way both left and right and front and back. So that's one way. The second way is when you have a push hand, you can use this to draw a chart. For example, you hold like this. You have an opponent or your partner is pushing this. So you try to have your form ready, let him push you, and then watch the weight here, the force here. So the weight, when you put this horizontal, will be your force. And this is not as good, this is a digital scale. You should really get an analog one with the one with the dial. This is a mechanical analog dial. See, if you push it, the needle will change. So this is much better than the digital one. So if you have a root stand, you stand on it. This is your total weight. And then someone will push you. This would increase. Once it's increased, the delta will be how much you can stand over. You can either do this or someone like to push you like this. And this will be more direct measurement. This way, you can really have a real measurement rather than say, today I feel I improved. Rather than saying this, I would say today I improved 10 pounds. So you draw a curve and from beginning to the end until you lose your balance. I'm going to show you the curve is going to be like this. The curve is there's a vertical, it's called a force. That's the reading you get from the weight. And then the horizontal is the time. So let's look at the black one. At this time, it's the time you and your partner initially touch each other. So the force is 0. And then depending on the reaction time, you have a slope going up. At some point here, almost lose a balance. And then the force will be a little bit flat. And usually the scale doesn't show here, but your partner may have a very sharp spike here and push you over the edge. But the scale will not show. Instead, it goes to the dash line. When it's going down, it indicates you are falling. You can practice your root stand. This week is like this. Next week, maybe if you improve, you will see this will go a little bit higher. The master will go really high. So you can draw this kind of chart and monitor your progress. And let's see other curve we have here. Here's a green curve. The green one is you retreat. You and your partner touch hand, but quickly you retreat and you lost the contact. That's something you need to really avoid. And what you really need to practice on the contact part is the right line. The right line is first you initially have a contact and then you try to keep a constant force all around. So why you want to keep constant force? If you lose it, none of you can push. But if you stand too high and you lose the balance, your partner will find your center of gravity and push you over. So that's why you need to try to keep a constant force to fool your partner. So how do you practice this? I will make a demo here how you practice. You need to find a way to hang this. For me, I can have a rope here and hang on the top and adjust the length of the rope. This will be higher and lower. And if you don't have a way to hang, you can put this into a plastic bag and hang the plastic bag and cut a hole on the plastic bag. That way it will work. So, but I'm just going to demonstrate. Suppose you already hang this and I'm trying to keep a constant. So the way you practice is, for example, I have one hand. I see the number here. That's the force. I'm trying to move my body here and here. I'm making sure the number doesn't change. If the number doesn't change, that's what the right line is. So you keep doing this very, very slowly, because even the mechanical dial may not respond very fast one. But that's good enough. So that's the way you can practice. Very slow. If you don't have a partner, you still can practice. And here's some elastic bungee cord, and you can pull this behind you. It's the same as a push someone. This is the equivalent of pushing someone. And you try to move your body forward and backward. Make sure this point doesn't move. The position of the bungee cord will make sure the force is constant. There's another way I showed you last time. I have a luggage on a bunk bed. You can try to push the luggage. The weight of the luggage is constant weight. Besides the root stand, you can have other applications using the weight scale. For example, you can put the weight scale here, and I'm trying to push someone. Suppose this is someone, but I don't have a partner. Someone is here. I'm trying to push him. If I do this, the trick is you're trying to use your weight to balance his weight, and you need to make sure the weight under your foot is correct. How do you know it's correct? You're not going to have a weight on this foot at all. But you don't want to show other people that. You try to move or hold your body against him without people seeing you lifting the foot. You can monitor this weight. Is the weight higher than your total weight or not? Alternatively, you can have this here and try to push against here and monitor this number. The goal is increasing this amount without other people seeing you shifting. This is for constant force, experience force. And then move back and forth, making sure on the hand is a constant pressure. So we're trying to experience the weight and connect the weight to my leg, to my feet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is Master Yuan's special technique. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can feel the force. And connection, you see the connection is from here to here until here.